Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. That's for today's video. The beer comes from a courtesy of Ty. Thanks so much, Ty. I really appreciate it. So this is Fuzzy Mackerel. It's a double IPA from Evergreen, and it is 8% ABV. And yeah, that's what I got from the can. Let's get into it. Super stoked to try it. The can art is just fun. It's just like a... I don't know if you can, how well you can see it, but it's just like a really fun, kind of not fully cartoony, but a little it's cartoony picture, and no, I just like it. Made me happy to look at. All right, so more orange than yellow for sure, almost like apricot in color. Definitely a hazy looking beer. Compact bubbles except on top, and they don't. It's not as gray. See, I feel like lately in some beers like this, I've said like bone white, or it's white with some gray in it. This is on the path towards those things, but it's not quite as dark as the ones I'm remembering. So I don't want to keep using the same descriptors because it does look a little different. So that's what I'll say. It's on the road to that stuff, but it's not quite there. Definitely looks like New England style IPA, or sorry, double IPA. Let's get to the aroma. You do get hit with fruity notes first. I don't know if it's just because I said the color looked like apricots, but I'm getting apricot. Actually, a lot of pitted, like the definitely apricot, definitely peach. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if this has Citra in it because I get orange, mango, and peach. My trifecta, my holy trinity of things I get from Citra. But yeah, some apricot, actually for sure. It's interesting because yesterday I did a beer that actually had apricot in it. So it's kind of like in my mind also. It's not grassy. It's not herbaceous, not piney. Maybe a little dank. Because there's like that, like you're going through the Rolodex. Okay, is there something that's not fruity in there that's very IPA-y? So what is it? I'm going to land on dank. Nondescript melon, not watermelon, but more like it's not quite honeydew. So that's why I'll say nondescript melon, but it's not watermelon or cantaloupe. The closest would be honeydew. Anyway, let's get into taste. Cheers. Thanks again, Ty. Hope you're doing well. Ooh, that's nice. That's nice. So it's got, some of that mouthfeel and that stuff you look for in a beer like this. And it's almost, this apricot thing, I'm going to like triple down on it. It's like an apricot peach nectar. There are other things just like the aroma, but that's what shines the most to me. At least on that first, I forget if I took one or two sips at this point. First attempt before describing, and the viscosity is approaching that also, kind of like what I think more of the nectars versus juices kind of feel. It's not oily, it's not those things, but anyway, so kind of interesting that way. Citric acid reminds me at times of like a fruit roll-up or something. I do get the peach, mango, apricot. There is like a nice zest of orange, maybe a little orange juice also. Yeah, that nectar is pretty spot on. Peach rings, it's really cool too because are just like very ripe fruit. It has super sweet fruit elements, whether overly ripe, confectionery, somewhere in that realm for sure. But it also has enough bitterness, like heft to it, that balances out. Still drinks like a beer. For 8%, I don't taste the alcohol, so like it hides that nicely. It's that double IPA thing. I like bitterness in my beers. So to me, this hits well. This bitterness I mean, although I don't think about it, sometimes I try to think, if I was doing this blind, what would I think, Would I guess IPA or double IPA? Because it does have a little bit more oomph to it overall. So I guess I probably, and I mean that in more than one way as I've been trying to describe. So I think I probably would land on double IPA. For a moment, I was like, could you, because of the bitterness being a little higher than some other people's double IPAs in this style, was like making me think maybe I would think IPA, but I don't think so. I think everything else, it really screams like, yeah, this fits into that double IPA territory. This is really good. This is really good. That melon thing, there's something there. I'll stick with the closest things, honeydew melon. There's another fruit for sure. I could tell you some stuff it's not pineapple, but there's something else. There's something else for sure. We do one more swig. Let's see. A little bit more orange that sip, but it's not the thing I'm missing. It's tropical. That's why I said it's not pineapple, but it is tropical. Maybe like papaya. Yeah, no, guava. It's guava. Yep, guava. Nailed it. Anyway, that would have been annoying if I like stopped filming, was upstairs finishing this beer. I was like, it was guava, darn it. So yeah, it's guava. All right. Anyway, have you guys had this beer? Oh, thanks again, Ty. Really appreciate it. Have you guys had this beer before? Have you had anything from this brewery? You drink something else you want to tell me about? Major life event? I always like hearing good news. Comment section below. Let's get the conversation going. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untappd. It's No Hype Beer Reviews in both those places. So please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.